Hello. Hello, my Konos. Meow. Meow. Bud, are you a cute cat? You're never gonna believe this. Another controller mod. I know, shocking. Let's see. This is a left-handed controller going to England. This part. This is a lefty controller. Bud, are you a robot? Tell me only the good things you remember about your mother. Hmm? Your heartless mother abandoned you, Bud. You are an orphan. It's a hard knock life for Bud. It's a hard knock life for Bud. Do you have a hard life? No, I am a gentrified wimp. It was an okay day. How about you? Just worked on some code. Finally painted my bathroom yesterday, so that project is almost getting done, sort of. Just gonna let it sit for a few days before I put the stuff back on the walls. Let the paint completely dry. project feature creep with that project. Like, oh, I fixed this. Now I should fix this. Now I should fix this. Now I gotta scrape this caulk 2 weeks later. Money. Bud, are you an innocent kitten? Video game projects? Well, I need to do something for the next MGC workshop. I had a dream about the workshop last night. It must mean it's bugging me subconsciously. The one that we did like in the spring kind of like went overtime. It took us longer than we thought, so I guess I was kind of discouraged by it. I don't know, I like want to make a new game badge with some new features, but at the same time it's like, oh, is that going to make it harder to build? So I guess I'm subconsciously apprehensive about it. I'm working on the video mode for the Evil Dead Pinball. Does that count? It's going to be like a ZX Spectrum game. People in the UK will love it. Alright, so this is a lefty, which means we remove righty. Fix everything. Yeah, that's kind of what it was like. Yeah, there was this corner of the drywall where the drywall was loose, so condensation was getting under it. So I had to like fix that, then I had to like put some shims in it, and then I'll have to like put some more insulation above it in the attic. But then it's like, oh, okay, so because of that, I have to repaint the ceiling and the walls. Because of that, I had to remove all the caulk. And then I was like, oh, the valve, the shutoff valve on the toilet doesn't actually work, doesn't actually shut off. So I had to replace that. Then I had to replace the toilet bolts. I'm going to replace the toilet seat because there's all this corrosion on the hinges, and it's like, well, I actually tried to about an hour ago. I tried to power wash it because it's like a real like oak toilet seat, so I don't want to throw it away, but the hinges are all grody. Do art for the screens too? Art for the screens. What do you... Oh, you mean for the pinball machine? Yeah, I did some of the pixel art, but there's a guy who the main artist told me about who might help out. So I gotta do a bunch of thumbnails of what I want. Like the 8-bit Bruce Campbell. So that'll probably be September, I want to say, when we have that. Corrosion. Yeah, corrosion. Well, I didn't do the art like on the playfield and all that, but some of the LCD art, some of it I do. Well, I do like the layouts, but there's an artist who also does that, same guy. So I just send him like PSD mock-ups of what I want, and then he just sends it back to me, and usually works out pretty well since I'm doing the graphics and stuff. I know exactly what I want, so I'm like, I just make a mock-up and I send it to him, and then usually what he sends me back is what I want, so it works out pretty well. It's a hard knock life. Or Bud. Bud, you have a hard knock life. Bubba Hotep Machine. Yeah, that's a pretty good movie. They died me. you haven't seen Bubba Hotep, like, it's about this rest home where like these not dead celebrities go. So Bruce Campbell is not dead Elvis, and his friend is not dead JFK, who turned black for some reason, and they have to fight a mummy. It's pretty good. Let's see here. Yeah, I started the video mode like probably like way back in November, but then I just couldn't prioritize it at the time, so so then it's like, I think September is what we're aiming for, so. It's very, very, very dorky. It's like the Evil Dead pinball machine has a tape player toy in the apron that turns like when there's like professor's speech, which there actually isn't a lot of in the game. So when you start the video mode, it actually loads off the tape. And then the screen looks like a ZX Spectrum screen. And it's so dorky. I actually used the boot audio from the Evil Dead ZX Spectrum game that came out like in 1983. So if anyone, for some reason, I don't know why they would, but if they hooked up the audio to a ZX Spectrum and tried to load the audio into the Spectrum, it would actually say, loading Evil Dead. Because I care that much about detail. Yeah, the video mode is, it's kind of gonna kind of be like a ZX Spectrum Splatterhouse. I don't know how a better way to explain it. I mean, I think that would be pretty self-explanatory. There's also a reference to 3D Monster Maze in the game, but I highly doubt anyone's actually ever realized it. The UK is kind of a a lot of important computer history stuff happened in the UK. Like the Alan Turing computer, ZX Spectrum, ARM, of course Elite. ZX Spectrum. Speaking of the UK, Since someone's going across the pond, maybe I should put in one of the Hall effect joysticks to reduce the chance of return. Oh yeah, wasn't it like the adjustment potentiometers? Yeah, I don't think we need them for the Hall effect version. Yeah, let's give it a try. Free upgrade. It's a hard knock life for Bud. It's a hard knock life for Bud. Yeah, the UK never really had like a video game crash like we did here, because they were all about the home consoles, and like the Nintendo was never really that popular, actually, in UK or Europe. How old was I? Pretty young, probably like around 8 or so. I had like one of those Radio Shack electronics kits. I still have it too, after all these years. Maybe I could do a live stream about it sometime. Yeah, that's why I like some of these like some of these screwdrivers I've had since I was like 10. They're like from Radio Shack, like the Archer electronic ones. I actually have a backup spare set of them. These are made in Japan, but the other ones are made in Taiwan. But they're still, all the best stuff's made in Japan. Unbelievable. That's why they've lasted all these years. Now here I am by myself, talking to myself. The essence of chaos. Bud, do you believe in chaos theory? Well, I guess it's kind of eerie, but this proves my chaos theory. Okay, so we got this, and we need this, with one of these, and a side of fries. Oh, how's it going in Argentina? You're probably pretty much the same time zone as me, right? Maybe 1 hour behind ahead, I think. La da 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 da. Probably save time if I got this pre-stuffed, but it's way more expensive to get boards stuffed versus just regular boards. Oh, come on, man, what's wrong with you? Is this thing too magnetized? Come on. Ugh. about the Farfignugan? It is pretty magnetized after all these years. Still magnetized after all these years. Feel I'll do some damage one fine day, but I know I would not be convicted by a jury of my peers. Still crazy after all these years. Yep, I guess I'm still crazy after all these years. 'Cause I love a rainy night. Hello, Total MK. Oh, you're actually ahead? Oh, that's right. Yeah, because South America is kind of goes east, doesn't it? It's kind of easterly compared to America, North America. That should work. Right fax server? Oh, what's that? Where's my small magnifying glass? They do? Oh, okay. How is faxing more secure? It's not encrypted. Oh, God. Wait, HIPAA? I thought you said it was for Mexico. You can fax in your order. Lost faxes. There's probably some guy like selling them fax machines like the Simpsons monorail. My fax machines are the wave of the future. Ah. Read my fax. I was monitoring that scan you just interfaced. Oh yeah, that his house had like 10 fax machines in it. Well, at least they got the big TV right. Marty's fatal error was becoming friends with the Red Hot Chili Peppers. You're the silent killer, Toby. You'll see. Every user gets a fax line? Gosh, well, I'm sure the government still uses fax lines because the government loves being abreast of the newest technologies. Oh, Total MK, that just reminded me, the car parts store near here where the guy actually still had like a VT100 terminal, apparently he died. So, who knows what's going to happen to that terminal. They like boarded up the store for some reason. So that terminal's probably still in there. It's like someone broke in and took. They didn't take any of the car parts. They just took the old crappy terminal that Dad was using for some reason. What thieves! Yeah, these. I think this is it. Oh yeah, Joe. So I remember those days. Sometimes you'd pick up the phone and it would be like, and then you had to hang it up real quick. I'm old. I'm old, Peter. Here, read the children will read. Thus perished Peter Pan. Oh, the dehumidifier finally turned off. Man, there's been like a ton of humidity down here lately. I've been emptying it out every day. Let's see. We need a lefty shaft. Oh, this. Oh, printed this one a while ago. Yeah, it was on that Hyper PLA on that. What was it? Creality K1. I gave it to a guy I know whose brother died. Yeah, that's too bad. I didn't give it to him because his brother died. His brother died afterwards. Hey, Randy. Ugh. Handheld devices are all the rad these days? What kind? Well, I guess mostly just mod controllers, I guess. That is where I ended up. In the circle of life, I'm a wonder way. Hey, bud, are you the Lion King? Yes, because I lie around all day. Hey, what should we eat? I know. How about whatever's lying around? What are we supposed to do? Kill Mufasa? Precisely! Thank you for teaching you movie tropes. What can I say except for you're welcome? See, I answered it with a movie trope. Ah, get that crap out of there. Mod a handheld into a console. Oh well, yeah, like the Game Gear or something. I do have a Master System here that needs like a new power. I can't remember what's wrong with it. I should fix it because those things are like worth gold now. I can't remember where I got. Someone gave me 2 of them for like $30, which was a screaming deal even at the time. Those things are like gold. I love gold. Oh, my thumb's getting nervous again. And clunk. Nice hiss. Ah. Let's see how she chooches. See ya, Cirrus. Oh, speaking of handhelds, I was working on a more portable version of the Lynx. I was going to call it the Atari Kitten. But it's on my backlog. I need to get my automatic cat food dispenser. That's the next one I got to do. Since I finally finished the film scanner and scanned everything. So now it's time to move on.org. Now, what can I say? I just don't have the energy I once did. I'm old, Peter. No, well, I started the prototype for it, Randy, but I haven't finished it yet. I did the force tests. They worked. Like, I made a prototype rig that just did the can opening part, just to make sure that would work. So I did that. So the next step is I have to just like build all the stuff around it. So I'll probably just use another 3D printer controller, because I need to raise the food up, open the food, and then eject it. So it's going to be very much like a gun, because there'll be like a clip of food, which is one motor. Then there's a thing that goes back and forth, like the bolt that opens the can. I mean, it's a linear actuator, but that's another motor. And then there'll be a third motor that ejects it. And then wash, rinse, repeat. I guess the film scanner took longer than I thought. Well, actually, I have a 3D printed part in the other room because I kept changing it, and then even like last week, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna redesign the take up real thing. I can't remember what I do. I know there was some reason I redid that part, but and it's not crit. What is that? Oh, it was for the. Oh yeah, it was like hold the rod in place better. Yeah, thanks, Randy. It worked out pretty well. I still got to make a video about it. I just haven't had time. I sound like the angry video game nerd. I'm like an unautistic version of AVGN. Let's see, right there. Righty tighty, lefty loosey. Magnet. Out of there you work. This is why I keep brass rods around. Well, one of the reasons. I actually bought some more brass rods last week. Exciting story, I know. Soon to be a major motion picture. GGA? What's that? I don't think the Switch 2s have been that hard to get, have they? It's a fun fact, you can deactivate superglue with water. See, I cut the spring in half, you know, because of recession. There we go. That's trigger pivot. No, I actually got it at. Well, my sister wanted a jackknife for her birthday, so I went to one of the well, I don't want fancier, but one of like the hardware stores. I think it was the. Is it a True Value? It's Dorn Hardware. And I also knew they had brass rods there, so I got some more brass rods because you can never have enough brass rods. Actually, I should have gone to the Ace Hardware in Hilldale. That one's like the best one of all. Actually, why didn't I? That was like right up from the road from the one I just mentioned. Yeah, that trigger that I had the magnet glued into just now, I just squished it into my solder sponge just to, yeah. Well, part of the problem with super glue is that it will outgas, and it will can mar plastics when it outgasses, which it does can do for quite a while. So if you hit it with water, it stops reacting. Well, it's also like triggered by water, which is why it sticks to your skin so easily. So if you flood it with water, you can basically deactivate all like the loose glue surfaces, so to speak. Any of the exposed glue, I guess. I mean. It's not going to win any solder awards, but it should work. Oh no! Ouch, 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 ouch. Oh yeah, I actually mailed in the rebate when I bought my pressure washer at Menards, and I went to Menards like 8 times in the last 2 weeks for my kitchen or my bathroom project, and I had the thing in my wallet every time, and I haven't used it yet. It's like $38. So maybe I can go buy a toilet seat there. Although they probably don't have like actual wooden toilet seats there. I just think they look cool. Are you talking about Doug Walker and Craig, Side Scroller Craig? This, I assume Nostalgia Critic is still a thing, right? God, I haven't watched that one in years. I used to like it. Like his movie reviews are pretty good. But then he had to kind of redo how he did everything once YouTube kind of cracked down on video clips. Alright, this one should be dry. Okay. Whoop. Okay, we need to remove this. Bender, forget everything you know. Done! Okay, we got the red marker there. Okay, so this is a lefty, so we need to, okay, we need the thing, okay? One, two, three, four, five. Yeah, Menards does have some of the cheapest candy. Because candy's expensive now. I mean, like, you know, even all things considered. It's like soda where it over inflated. Come on. Fuck. There we go. Ah! Okay. Okay, so we need the thing. Hey, open the thing! I got you for 2 minutes of playtime. Wait, are these? Yeah, these are the right ones. Okay. Grind off my design error. Bud, are you a design error? Are you a freak of evolution or God or whatever? Whatever made you, you're a freak! Cats and humans, two creatures separated by 65 million years of evolution, have been suddenly thrown back in the mix. Who knows what we can expect? Hey, anybody see that tweet last week about groceries that was supposed to own people? And the thing I noticed about it, because I think I've talked about it on here before too. It's like it's like, you ever notice like the only food that only went up a little bit was beer? Then I saw that chart and I'm like, oh my God, I wasn't imagining it. Because I thought it was maybe just a Wisconsin thing since beer is so plentiful and cheap here. But nope. That is the least inflated consumable in the last 5 years. Potent potables. Words that end with "erple." And finally, movies that start with Jaws. That's famous titles, Mr. Connery. Damn! Did they make them for men? Because as someone who drinks too much, I was keenly aware of how little alcohol inflated, at least here. Because I also used to drink way too much soda. That part I fixed. And I'm glad I did because it literally doubled in price. Yeah, I saw like a article's like, oh, Pepsi extends, what's it called? Dividends for the 13th straight quarter. It's like, yeah, they also been price gouging to the moon. You know where you can get sort of cheap cereal? That's right, Menards. Let that sit for a minute. I'm guessing Menards is the answer. I only went to Menards for a month. Oh, like what, for food? Oh, I think you could totally do that because they have like milk and bacon and ribs and frozen pizzas and cheese. And then all sorts of dry goods, so they have like chips. Well, I made videos about it. I think like the main thing I would miss if I tried to just shop at Menards would be like chicken and... Well, I don't buy chicken much anymore. Because like chicken breast got way more expensive. And it's not like I can't afford it. It's more like this is like almost twice what it costs in 2021. That's kind of what bugs me. It's like, this is stupid. Actually, the thing I've done lately is like, you can get like, oh God, it's like 12 chicken legs or whatever they're called, drumsticks. What is like 12 drumsticks for like $6 something? That's pretty cheap. But then it's like, how do I have to eat them all, you know, before they go bad? They're not frozen, so I like I'll make like a marinade in like a Tupperware bucket. And then I'll just put all the wings in it, which probably somewhat retards the germs, because I always put vinegar in it. Well, yeah, I'll put malt vinegar in it because that gives good flavor. Because I like to make like mustard sauce, so it's like mustard. It uses mustard, just regular mustard as a base because it's super cheap, and then like hot mustard, sriracha, Tabasco sauce. And then, as I mentioned, like malt vinegar and whatever else. Pretty much. Well, I guess there's no sugary stuff. Yeah, and then you make like a soupy marinade, and then you put all the chicken in that, and then you put it in the fridge, and then I can just like pull them out and stick them in my airwave fryer. Six-pack of chicken breasts? Well, that sounds pretty good. Yeah, maybe I should do that. Yeah, because I would just go to like the deli area and just get like I would just get like 1 or 2 chicken breasts at a time. Then I would just, eat chicken like once or twice in a week. But yeah, those went from like $2.50 to like $4. So that's like almost, well, not twice as much, but it's quite a bit. It's a lot more than 25% or whatever fucking fake number they give for inflation. Alright, that's probably... Where is the thing? No, didn't I slice up a 5-banger? Where'd it go? Oh, here it is. 5-banger. See a total MK. Well, aren't total whole chickens actually cheaper? Because a lot of the times what you're paying for is the fact that chicken was dissected. See, what I think a big part of the inflation is that nobody wants to talk about is when we had the worker shortage. It wasn't about minimum wage. It was about all the other wages. So something like pre-COVID, like 700,000 American adults made minimum wage, like statistically zero. However, tens and tens of millions of people made like 12, 13, 14, 15. Like in 2019, the median U.S. hourly wage was $19 an hour. In 2019. So when you had like the COVID shortages and like you had like every job basically starting at 15, like because I would see that at Menards. It'd be like Menards was like $11 an hour, like in 2021. But then there was a worker shortage, and every time I went in, the now hiring wage kept going up. It was like 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I think it's like 16 now. Well, I'm sure there's like a gotcha to that, like, oh yeah, that's on weekends or something. But yeah, like I think when tens of millions of workers, when their wages went from like $11 to $15 an hour, that's where a lot of it came from. I think Costco has super cheap chickens too. Well, yeah, because all they really do is they just pull out the innards and there's less labor because it's just a whole chicken. So it's just been, well, they don't even mechanically depuck them. It's still a little loosey-goosey. $3 for a roasted chicken? That's a great price. And we'll decide there is a minimum wage. It's $0. Let's give that a little hit of glue. Oh yeah, man, I need a hit of glue. Oh yeah. Just one more hit, man. Agent 47. Commodore fan, is Costco worth it? Is the membership worth it if it's just like 2 people in the household? From Blighty. Oh, hello, JJ Curbs. Man, I thought it was old Blighty. What, +7? Yeah, that makes sense. All right. Okay, let's mark this one. Black foreground. Oh, I need to take some time off. I haven't taken any time off yet this year. Maybe next month I will. Saw a lot of for sale signs up around Castle Rock. It's like, ha 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 ha. Oh, I know that. Kind of reminds me of 2009 when I would go up north. Okay. And clunk. The heat wave in the UK. Yeah, we've had one here too. At 25C. Oh, it's really cold out today. It's 22C. Oh man, it's super hot today. It's 26C. Oh crap, these are the wrong buttons. Ah, poop. First world problems. Well, sorry buttons, you're going in the garbage. I got you for 5 minutes of playtime. That didn't print very well. Oh yeah, I was gonna fire up the old MakerBot and print some more TPU. I was trying to print some TPU on the the Ender 3 V3 SE Championship Edition the other day, and it wasn't working so well, so I was like, maybe I use the MakerBot. See, I like this. I got like a roll of white and a roll of gray, and it's like, why do I have all this TPU? And I wanted to get some black TPU because I wanted to make a new eyepiece for my one of my Super 8 cameras. That I'm like, oh man, I can't really justify buying a whole roll of black TPU just for one thing, because I'll never use it, and it'll probably go bad before I use it all. And I've got like a whole roll of gray and white I need to use up first. So maybe I just print it in gray. Oh crap, that sucks in Missouri. Yes, Bud is a cat. Could I only shop at Menards for 1 month? Dumb thumbnail. I think you would probably die of salt intake if you actually tried that. Okay. Oh, we need the lefty cap. Oh, do we have any lefty caps? Oh wait, we should have tons of lefty caps since we don't make as many lefty controllers. Oh yeah, that's true. They don't have beer. Well, beer isn't food. That doesn't count. But then, yes, hard no. Let's see. Okay, so we want to do the D-pad first, which is this guy. And I will use my overly sharp knife. 1, 2, 4, Are you ready for me, Peter? For Captain James Hook is Neverland. Steven Spielberg, making overly long movies before it was cool. I gotta be extra ginger because I'm gonna break off the brand new tip. Oh, it's inevitable. They should just make X-Acto knives with the tip pre-broken off. Save you the guilt and anguish. Super size me. Butters, you're gonna lose a lot of weight eating only at Menards. Well, if I eat only at Menards, my parents are gonna ground me. Alright, let's do this. Alright. I'll just do it from memory. I won't even check my notes. Screw it. Bias left. Bias down. Oh, crap. An actual scalpel? You mean like a surgery scalpel? No. Alright, right up. Up is above TP14. That is this guy. Snip, same length. Retract wire. Boy, people in the chat could probably build these themselves at this point. Let's bias 45 degrees and down. I always try to bias the wires that way, you know, they're already bent in the direction you want. So if you bend the wire slightly down, then you can ensure that it's going to be flat on the pad. That's why I do it. Hey, I got almost all the feeling back in that thumb. See, you can't even tell it happened. Actually, well, I guess you can tell. See if I can get in the light. Right there. That was one half of it. But the doctor was like, well, it's a really clean cut. And I'm like, well, yeah, I did it with a brand new X-Acto knife blade. You know, clean cut, clean whatever, heel. Okay, blah, 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 blah. What's the next one? Down. Down is here. Right there. Happy little clouds. You ask for a miracle? I give you the FBI. And the quarterback is toast. Hey, I went many, many, many years without an exacto injury that required me to go to the clinic, so I think that's pretty good. Oh yeah, actually this is risky because the urgent care is not open at night. Ugh. It's like, oh, your copay has increased by 10x. Yeah, I thought about that, but I just try not to strip wires with my teeth anymore. I just had to like break myself of that habit, which I've done. Oh, that's one long enough to save. Beauty. A thing of beauty is a joy forever. Hey, see, that's the misconception about America. Like, there's actually a lot of health care. It's just the paying for it part that sucks. They'll see you right away, and they'll bill you right away. I don't know. I think I did pretty good. Like, it was my uncle's wedding anniversary. Oh yeah, the one that I did the Super 8 for, and there's a bunch of my dad's old buddies there. Because my dad was friends with my Uncle Bud, and which is my mom's brother, and that's how he met my mother. Anyway, so those guys were talking about, I think yeah, that was a couple months after I had my kidney stone. We were talking about kidney stones, and they're like, well, your Uncle Bud, he got a kidney stone when he was working on a cleary shed up in wherever, and he was just keeled over in the truck for 2 hours, and then we drove him to the ER, and I'm like, well, God, it wasn't that bad. So I guess I'm tougher than Bud. Okay, YXA, second to last. This is A. I actually took a picture of my car the next morning. I'm like, this is how well I parallel parked while passing a kidney stone. Put that on Facebook. I mean, I guess I could have just pulled my car up to the lane and then jumped out of it, but that would have probably been like an extra, $500 valet charge or some bullshit. Okay, flip it around. Bananas, huh? Well, I have cut massively back on my soda. I try to do just 1 can a day. Sometimes certain lunches make me want to drink soda, just like how people are like, oh, if I smoke it makes me want to drink, or if I drink it makes me want to smoke. So like, I don't know, like, yeah, certain lunches, then I'll cheat and have a second can, but other than that, it's still a massive reduction, because I used to drink like at least 4 cans a day. So I guess I'm saving money as well. Oh, alright, that was all the fine soldering. Yeah, I've been doing that too, Randy. So what I do is I'll go to Menards and I'll get a 6-pack of these Pepsis for like $4 something, which isn't too bad of a price. And then I just fill them up with water and throw them back in my fridge and make them ice cold. That way I get the satisfaction of like reaching into my fridge, pulling something out, opening it, and drinking something cold. And they usually don't start to take. I wonder if is the expiration date like actually for the soda or like when it starts to taste plasticky, because they do start to taste plasticky, but it takes a while. So this one should have a few more months. That would be a good scientific study if that's the plasticky is actually, or the expiration is actually the plastic, not the soda, because they do. Yeah, they will start to taste. Maybe the plastic begins to break down. Well, of course it begins to break down after a while. I don't know. Brain fart. Yeah, I have a buddy who works in like medical science laboratories, and he was like, "Oh yeah, definitely cut out the soda because that'll help avoid kidney stones." So I was like, "Okay, I believe you." Actually, I should hang out with my other scientist, but I haven't hung out with him in a while. He likes to drink. Yeah, I should email him sometime. Did I ever tell you guys about COVID Con? I thought I did. So it was the last time I got it. A buddy of mine who owns the arcade bar, he came over. I can't remember. There's some thing he wanted me to make. Cause like, we'll like make like custom pull handles. Like we'll make like electronic pull handles for beers. Like we made one that was like the Tron arcade joystick with like lit up and stuff. And this was in June of 2022. Remember we had this horrible storm that like knocked trees down all over the place. And I was like driving around and everyone was like wandering around the streets like pulling down branches. It looked like something from a disaster movie. Well, anyway, Brad comes, I think it was like on a Tuesday. And yeah, he comes over and we were working on something. Like he came over to my house. We were working on this design for something. And the next day I texted him, I'm like, "Hey, sorry if I was kind of douchey or impatient. I kind of wasn't feeling so great yesterday." And then like a day or two later, Brad's like, "Oh, Ben, I got the vid. You better test yourself." And I'm like, Brad, I probably gave it to you. Remember when I said I wasn't feeling so good? I'm absolutely certain that I gave it to him because my niece was visiting and she got it as well. So my niece and I obviously got it at the same time. We didn't even really go that well, whatever. So that was like on a Wednesday. And so, oh yeah, that was actually the same weekend as Rep Fest, Midwest Rep Fest 2022. So I didn't go, obviously, because I was going to I wasn't going to, yeah. So I stayed home. So anyway, I said to Brad, I'm like, I'm like, hey, remember chicken pox parties? Because we're both the same age. He's like, oh, yeah. And I'm like, well, since we can't really hang out with anybody, what if we just both hang out in my garage on Saturday? And then we decided, we called it COVID Con. So we just drank a bunch of beer, and I think we got like Uber Eats. You know, just leave the bag at the door. And yeah, I remember I think it's like warp speed, and it definitely tasted different. So it was pretty fun. So we still talk about that COVID Con. I'll have to email this person and tell them why there aren't any adjustment pots. Oh, so maybe people probably don't even realize. Oh, those are there. No, maybe I should buy some bananas. Thing is, there's definitely like it's I don't know. It's just I have a hard time like eating like a bunch of bananas before they go bad. I like bought some celery the other day too, and that stuff goes bad so fast. I mean, I guess maybe I could freeze it because I assume that's how they get sent to the stores. I don't know. It just doesn't last very long at all. Probably because it's basically water. Soggy water plant. I don't think he just purrs randomly while laying in a bed, but I could hold him up to the camera, but that would make him mad, so he probably wouldn't purr. But he does purr. What am I ever going to do with all this? Make a robot wig. Oh, I'm going to be going to the Midwest Vintage Computer thing in September, but I do not have a table this year because I actually want to walk around and look at stuff instead of just being at my table. So I don't know if anyone else is going, but I guess we'll see you there. I'm curious to see the free pile of junk computers. I assume is going to be like a mountain this year because of Windows 11. That crap. Actually, I have 2 computers left. I need to I don't know. Because there's that computer over there, which was actually the one we had on the Ben Heck show. That one's God, that one's probably almost 10 years old. It's kind of crappy anyway. I think the memory's failing a second time. So, I don't know. I'll probably I don't really use it anymore. Because I have my lasers on the network, so I've been just using my work from home computer for the laser. So, I could probably just retire this computer and not miss it. And just put something else in its place. I do still have it hooked up to a couple 3D printers, but I don't really use those printers anymore. Well, I guess like the MakerBot I was talking about using, but I guess I could turn it into a... Well, no, because I said the memory's kind of flaky. And I don't really like Octoprint. Especially now that Raspberry Pis are no longer cheap. I don't think I have... Do I have any old... The oldest one I have is like a 4. Oh god, I noticed something super lame with Windows. So, I went and visited my mom's campsite Saturday. That's why I was at Castle Rock. Because my other uncle gave her a camper. It's like, oh great, more stuff. So anyway, I was like, oh, well, anyway, it's my sister's birthday. So I was like, oh well, I will bring the Super 8 footage of Cree, even though there's like way less of it than me. So of course we joked how, well, that's because Ben was the favorite kid. Yeah, I only found like there was a 7-inch compilation reel, so that's 400 feet, aka 8 cartridges, which was Ben and Cree, and then there was a there was a 3-inch reel, 50 feet, Cree 0, even though it was actually her first birthday, so I'm not sure how that works. And then another 3-inch reel called Cree Walking. So that's like what? 500 feet of her. So, well, anyway, so I'm like, okay, I will bring what, you know, because I scanned all the footage that existed, so I scanned all of it now. So I'm like, okay, I'll bring the Super 8 of Cree so we can watch it on her birthday. Well, anyway, so I put it on my older laptop, which also can't use Windows 11. And so I have it on a thumb drive, and so I pop it open, and there's no internet there. And it's like, oh, unable to sign into Windows. And so then it's like, this is a temporary account, and no files you save will be saved. And I'm like, what the hell's going on? Like, even the background was different. It was like a generic Windows login. I'd never seen that happen before. And that was Windows 10. Ugh. This is a preview of when Windows is entirely in the cloud, because you know that's what's coming. I'm sure many of you have seen that, but that was the first time I saw that. I'm like, this is dumb. I mean, it still worked, but it was so weird. It's like, this is my computer, right? Oh, I'm sorry. Hey, everybody. This is my computer. I pay for this computer, and I put the software on the computer, and so I can't use my computer. So, yeah, I was kind of taken aback. Oh. Yeah, can you put SteamOS on older x86 computers, or like non-Windows 11 compatible ones, like without TPM2 or the Spectre Meltdown safe chips? Okay. Wasn't this the part where I usually get a beer? BlackBerry and Bud's. Well, I'm sure Bud could kick BlackBerry's butt since he's bigger and younger. Yeah, my work from home PC, the one that I have for like pinball development, it's still Windows 10. And yeah, at some point, yeah, I guess, well, shit, that's like, what, 3 months away, so I'm about to update it at some point. I guess I'll maybe do it between updates, just in case. Ugh. Be a good time to back everything up. An extra time. Alright, I'm gonna get a traditional beer. Tasty humans. Look at your jelly rolls. Do you like to eat humans? Come here, bud. Come here, bud. Come here. Come here, bud. Jump back in your box. Jump. Jump. If you will not jump into the box, then perhaps she will. Yeah, go for it, retire. Although I'm fairly retired from that, so my answers are probably not very good or completely out of date. I bought this in Wisconsin Dells. And they had a Burger King there, so I bought 2 hamburgers. I think if Linux is serious about snagging Windows users, they can't just wait for Windows to get worse and worse. They need to be less gatekeepy. So I think it's like, oh, look at all this weird stuff you have to learn to use Linux and blah, blah, blah. And it's incredibly powerful, but it's like so dense to learn all that stuff. and, you know, drivers and library dependencies, and it's still easier on Windows. Retainer chips? What is it? You know what it'll probably take for Linux to become mainstream is like when Windows eventually switches to it. Someday it will happen. Well, I mean, I would say Linux is mainstream. It's just embedded mainstream. I mean, because, you know, it is everywhere. How about a nice red cap? I need to get some more bamboo filament. They do have these refill packs. It's pretty cool. I was looking into it. Like, the refill packs, like, it has the RFID inside of it. And then you can, like, reuse the spool, so that's pretty cool. It even comes with a new sticker to put over the spool, so you can basically change the RFID tag of the spool because it's actually in the cardboard, I think. I should get some of those. You ever have a thing where you've got a lot of printer filament and you need more of a certain color, but you don't want to buy it because you've got so much of this other filament where you're like, well, why can't I use that first? Sometimes you like the black TPO I was talking about. Sometimes you're like, well, I need this color. Ouch. Ouch, 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 ouch. Oh yeah, you can put bash on Windows, like, what is it, MVS sys or whatever that's called, and then or the Linux shell, or PowerShell. All sorts of stuff you can do. Oh, Christian, I think you mean Microsoft Edge browser, the coolest browser ever. Man, imagine being like a Microsoft Edge browser developer and like you go to work in the morning and it's like, what is my purpose? You develop Edge. Oh my God. I still like quoting Rick and Morty. I don't care. Person who makes cartoons for a living is a weirdo. Film at 11. Hey, if I don't have to adjust the pots, that saves me like what? A minute and a half of time? I'll pass the savings on to you. Oh, cool, Gavin. Yeah, you just basically you twist it, open it, pull out the cardboard, and then you put the refill in, and then just you pull those plastic things to release it. The main thing maybe you can answer this for me. The main thing I'd be worried about is how well it's wound, because you know how the filament is wound. Like Prusa has the best, you know, like the windings are perfect, and I would think the bamboo refills would be more prone to be imperfect. Bud followed me upstairs, then he went back into his bed, and now he's gone again. So Bud sometimes acts like a wife. Like, if I stay down here too long, he gets kind of upset, and then he goes upstairs, and he's like, oh. Then he'll, like, go lay on my bed, and it's like, no, Bud, I'm not going to sleep yet. Okay. Oh, gotta do a test. Oh, excuse me. Oh. Oh. Okay, cool, Gavin. Yeah, I've been meaning to, yeah, I should order some. They have like this matte finish plastic I really like. And even though I'm super based, I do care about the environment. That's why I usually buy Overture, because it is a cardboard spool that you know will probably get recycled, unlike plastic. So if I can reuse the spools, that's cool. So I would prefer to do that. Alright, secondary trigger, good. Up, left, right, down, good. A, B, X, Y, good. RB, we have the meats. Alright, everything looks good. The CPU from the first Terminator. Your next pet should be named Felix. You know, we had a joke that we had like everyone we hired for the Ben Heck show was named after a dog, because we had remember Rusty? We had Rusty, Felix, and Max. Rusty was on there such a short time, it almost feels like some sort of like weird dream where like you're remembering your past, but it gets rewritten in your dream. It's like, wait, was he really there or not? Oh yeah, he was. Rusty left because he got a state job with insurance, so I think, well, yes, was it a state? I know he got a job like with insurance, which is like was really important for him. So, I mean, well, it's important for everyone, I guess. Without being doxy, I can understand why, yes. But then Felix was obviously super cool. Although I do think, wait, he's not here, is he? Max and I have discussed on many occasions how we think Felix might have been like an undiagnosed autistic Gen X person, which I think is actually way more common than people think. I mean, do you think people really just started like being allergic to peanuts and all this other stuff, or maybe we just didn't care about it in the past? Like, I don't think evolution happens that quickly. I don't think I would name a dog Felix. I would probably name it like, I don't know. Well, I'd probably get a female dog, so it probably wouldn't be named Felix. A dog named Ben? Oh. Kind of a weird dog name, but okay. Well, I guess Bud is named after a human. Bud! What are you doing over there? Don't you want to go into your box of fun? Look at your big beefy paws. You're a big beefy boy. Oh, I wonder what your weight is. We will find out when you go to the vet. Your favorite place. I think you probably did lose a little weight with your new $1 million food. $1 million food. $1 million food. Now you must eat $1 million food. Ugh. Well, yeah, but peanuts have been a thing in America for a long, long time. So why did peanut allergies just start happening? Well, okay, there is one thing one theory is that humans have gotten too clean. So we basically take too many showers, and it actually makes us weaker, or it makes us more immunocompromised. It's like our grandparents weren't taking showers every day. Like when I was a kid, we played in the dirt, and now kids just play with iPads. It's like a vaccine. Exposure to the dangers makes you protected from them. Yeah, there we go. Amish don't get allergies? Well, they don't use soap either, so. The Amish definitely don't shower every day, or, you know. Okay, so ground is here. All right. I love a rainy night. I guess my point is, like, our culture and our bathing habits have evolved much faster than a species could evolve. No, I mean, there's good things to. I mean, like, if you look at like how tall kids are now, and you know, let's face it, like, you know, it wasn't that long ago that women smoked and drank while pregnant, so I can't imagine that didn't have some effect with it. And now it's like women don't even drink caffeine when pregnant, so maybe that's why we get like these giant kids, which is probably also eugenics too. Let's also, you know, not mince words. Bud, are you a eugenics monster? We will make the ultimate cat. What are you doing over there, bud? Are you judging me? Well, do you have Christian Dunst eyes? Are you melancholia? I mean, do you have melancholia? Oh, look at your sharp fangs. Do you have gingivitis? Do women breastfeed less than they used to? I wonder if that has something to do with it. Or do they breastfeed more? I have no idea. I guess I gotta ask ChatGTP. Why are you so curious about this, Dave? Alright, here we go. First Hall effect stick. Moment of truth, boys. Someone's life's about to change. I go to America. Oh, the cap fits all right. That's good. Clearance seems okay. What's this? It's a screw. I know it's a screw. What's his name? That is his name, sir. Major Screwhead. How many screwheads we got on this ship? Oh, God. That movie's gonna suck. Lone Star, I see your friend Barf is no longer with you. That's because he died, Lord Helmet. Oh, he did? Oh, I didn't know that. That's really sad, man. Sorry to hear that. Left. Did I solder the wrong side? They're inversed. Maybe I can't use it. Keep firing, assholes! David, there's only one thing that Spaceballs 2 can be called. Oh, I put it in wrong. Nobody? Oh yeah, without the pots to guide me, I put it in backwards. Nothing to see here. It's yogurt! Somehow I survived multiple people in this movie. I don't know how. Oy vey! I mean, they could make a parody of like Disney Star Wars, but will they? I don't know. They'll probably just, I don't know. Oh yeah, there's like a Naked Gun remake too being made with Leslie Nielsen for some reason. Is that because his last name sounds like, wait, Liam Neeson as Leslie Neeson. Is that what? No, that can't be the only reason they cast him. Or maybe it is. He's the dentist whose name is Crentist. But I'm going to send you to the Crentist dentist. What do you think about that? Maybe that's why you became a dentist. I mean, they could make fun of Disney, but will they? I kind of doubt it. Because how would you broadly make fun of Disney Star Wars without getting into, like, story specifics and stuff? Like, is there going to be a part where Yogurt's like, how are you so good at everything? Because I'm a girl. I mean, you think they're going to put a joke like that in there? I mean, they should, but will they? Is Rick Moranis coming back? Because I thought he retired. Like, how could you make it without Rick Moranis? Well, I suppose Rick Moranis' grandson will be in it, and that'll be Kylo Ren, I guess. I don't know. Or you can just not make it. I mean, that's always an option. This is an unlisted wall! I saw an interview with Rick Moranis not that long ago. He's like aged incredibly well. I hear she gives great helmet. No, we will give her back her old nose! Alright, up, down, left, right. I mean, if even South Park kind of pulled their punches with Disney Star Wars, you know Mel Brooks is going to. I mean, okay, people will probably leave the chat for this, but I've never really been that impressed with Mel Brooks stuff. I guess the comedy's just not for me. Like, not even like Young Frankenstein. I'm sorry, or I don't know. I just never really liked it. It just seemed like too much boomer humor. I mean, if anything, I like Spaceballs because I remember like watching it on videotape, and it's almost like kind of funny because it's not funny. It's very quotable. It's more quotable than it is funny. I mean, like, you know, one of the best jokes in the movie is where the real money of the movie is made. Oh, maybe Yogurt will have sold Spaceballs to like some giant evil corporation, and then he'll like be lamenting how it changed everything. Yeah, see, if you'd have to like, I don't know, like for instance, if you don't like live on YouTube, you probably don't understand Cartman talking about making things gay and lame. So, like, what kind of jokes would work in like a mass market Mel Brooks Spaceballs 2? Like, because that's the most obvious thing to do is to rip on Disney, but like, what kind of jokes would work? Like, I think you'd have to make the humor way too broad. Because, like, most of the humor in Spaceballs is, like, really broad or sexual. Or it's more lampooning sci-fi rather than Star Wars itself. But in the end, it still has the same story of, like, you know, like, Farmer King. Alright, up, down. Yeah, okay, this works great. I bestow upon you the Hall Effect joystick. May it be a joystick for you when all other joysticks have drift. Throw it at a spider. All right, that took 2 hours and 3 minutes. Yeah, I always wish like the Futurama writers had been able to make like Star Trek. I mean, hopefully with that Skydance merger, they fire everyone involved with the fake Trek, and they like hire like, I don't know. That would be amazing if they hired Seth MacFarlane to do it. Oh yeah, the robot chicken Star Wars is great. Coleslaw. I'm not even gonna eat it. It's take your daughter to work day. So who died in that? It was Joan Rivers and John Candy, right? I think everyone else is still alive. What's her face? She's got what, Zaphne Zapruder film. She's still alive, right? I think so. What's his face still alive? Well, yeah, because the thing is, Spaceballs, they combined Han Solo with Luke Skywalker, which actually is efficient. Star Trek Starfleet? No. Was it Norm Macdonald in Orville as a blob or something? And he's like, hey, I'm a blob. I hate O.J. Simpson. It's 500 years later and I still hate O.J. Oh. No, I've hated new Star Trek ever since Star Trek Into Darkness. That movie was so goddamn stupid. Just unbelievably stupid. I have a hate boner for Alex Kurtzman, what can I say? Like, one of Alex Kurtzman's first big movies was, what was it called? The Island, remember? With, like, Ewan McGregor and Scarlett Johansson? And that was one of his first big movies, and then they got sued for stealing the plot from Parts, the Clonus horror, and I think they actually had to pay out for it. And it's like, wow, that was right out of the gate. He was just ripping off plots from movies he saw in Mystery Science Theater. Wow, what a skilled writer. God. Every frickin' movie he makes has magic blood in it. Jim, Khan has magic blood. We could use this. Oh wait, it's Carl Urban now, yeah. Alex Kurtzman probably knows where the bodies are buried, just like Kathleen Kennedy. And I'm not being hyperbolic about that. You know, the first like the first two acts of Into Darkness aren't that dumb, but at the end it becomes so stupid. Ugh. It's like the ship is crashing and blowing up, and he cut to Bones. I'm randomly experimenting on a tribble. Oh my god. See, I thought it, like in that movie. Oh god, I could do a whole review on that one. Like when they kind of imply that Khan might actually be helping them, it's like, oh, that's an interesting twist. I thought that was kind of cool. Even though, if you remember, all those writers, they said a million times over, oh, Benedict Cumberbatch does not play Khan. Does not play Khan. Does not play Khan. Oh, he's Khan. It's like, oh, fuck you. Ugh. But the plot was so stupid. It's like, we wanted to build a mega ship of death, so we unfroze Khan. It would be like Elon Musk hiring Benjamin Franklin to build an electric car. It's like Benjamin Franklin would be a retard if he were to... I'm sorry. It's so stupid. It's like, why? If anything, you'd get someone from the future to make a super weapon, which is kind of what happened in Star Trek '09. Oh my god, it's so dumb. And every one of those stupid JJ Treks, it's the same fucking plot. It's bad guy from another time seeks revenge for something that happened off camera against characters who had nothing to do with it. Each one of the movies. Because the first movie, it's what's his face? He's that miner guy. He comes from the future and then he wants to kill Kirk for no reason because of old Spock. And in the second movie, it's Khan, who comes from a different time and he wants to kill Kirk because Section 13 betrayed him or something. And in the third movie, it's Idris Elba, who comes from a different time, and he wants to kill Kirk because Starfleet betrayed him. It's the same plot all three times. Oh god, sorry, I didn't think the third movie was that bad. It was a lot better than the second one. But actually, the thing the third movie did well is when it stranded all the people on the planet after the ship crashed, it kind of paired them up as odd couples, like it had Spock and Bones, and that stuff worked. So that was okay. Although, well, the movie still wasn't that great. It was better than Into Darkness. Oh my god, it was so dumb. It's like, that one dude is like, oh, Khan, give me your magic blood so I can use it to save my son. And the guy gives him the magic blood, and then the guy's like, okay, now I'll blow up Section 13. It's like, well, why didn't you just take the magic blood, heal your son, and then turn Khan in? It's so dumb. Oh, sorry. Star Trek Into Darkness make my blood pressure go up. Goblin Town? Oh, are you thinking about Troll 2 in Nilbog? Oh, God! You remember at the beginning of Into Darkness? They're on that pre-warp civilization and they violate the Prime Directive. And then, because they're trying... Oh, my God, it's so dumb. Spock is in the volcano and he says, the cold fusion reaction will render the volcano inert. It's like you have people who are complete idiots. Like, stupid people writing sci-fi. Oh, the volcano's hot and the cold fusion has the word cold in it, so the cold fusion will stop the volcano. It's like, oh my god. So dumb. Yeah, Pagan, exactly. That's why you should have the Futurama writers write it. Remember when the Planet Express went underwater? It's like, Professor, how many atmospheres of pressure can this ship sustain? Well, it's a spaceship, so anywhere from 0 to 1. It's so stupid. Because a spaceship is internally pressurized. My god, it's so dumb. Because, you know, what is like, someone Someone do a storyboard of the Enterprise coming out of the water, and JJ's like, "Oh man, I love it! Put it in the movie," even though it doesn't make sense. And then the people doing the special effects, who are probably smarter than anyone else in the production, are like, "This is so goddamn stupid, but I need this job." House on the Rock. Yes, I've been to House on the Rock. And Xanadu, are you referring to the Olivia Newton-John movie, or the place where Citizen Kane lives? Oh, you watched Revenge of the Stone. Nice. Xanadu? I haven't heard of that. What is... No, I've never heard of the old houses of Xanadu in Wisconsin. Future houses? Where were they? See ya, Commodore fan. Yeah, I'm probably going to be bouncing out here pretty quick, too, since I got the controller done. And oh, yeah, like the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. You know, somebody drew a picture of Indy in silhouette looking at a nuclear explosion, and Spielberg's like, "Oh, this is great. We get it." Oh, God, I can't believe Spielberg would do that, but it's like, let's put this in the movie, even if it doesn't make sense. Put it in. It looks great. Yeah, it's fact Xanadu. Yeah, that's something I really like about Spider-Man 2. Okay, I mean, Spider-Man 2, it depicts cold fusion, even though how electricity comes from it is fake. Okay, that part's wrong. But the other thing I really like about that movie is there's this trope in movies, like if you get like a robotic hand or a robotic arm or a robotic leg, it instantly makes you super strong, but they never take physics into account. Like if the Hulk is punching Captain Falcon or whatever, it's like, oh, well, Captain Falcon's wings go in front of him and the Hulk punches the wings. It's like, well, yeah, what about his human legs? It's like, that's never taken into account. It's so stupid. Because your whole body would have to... I don't need to explain it to you guys. But in Spider-Man 2, every time Doc Ock does something that requires strength, he always has at least one or two of his legs planted on the ground. Like, his legs have to go into the ground, and then he can pull the door off the vault. Or, like, he has to put one leg down before he can throw a car. Like, there's always physics taken into account, because, obviously, he can't transfer that weight through his human legs. And then at the end, of course, Spider-Man punches him, like, 3 times, which should have killed him. Okay, that part doesn't make sense, but I don't know, it's like, I just wish they would just think about it a little bit more. I think it's like James Cameron, like, I think why his movies are so mechanically satisfying is because, like, him and his brother both do mechanical engineering. So everything is, like, built in a very physical world because they actually understand physics and it comes through in the movies. Well, right, but if you had a shield and the Hulk punches the shield, it would break your arms, break your spine, and break your legs. It's just... I mean, they kind of do that in, like, Infinity War when, like, Thanos is punching Iron Man and his suit is being broken apart and there's only a bit of it left, but it's still, like... It's like it changes where it is in his body based off what he's doing. So it at least kind of makes sense. But I don't know, maybe Captain America has, like, vibranium legs or something. I don't know. Same thing with the Winter Soldier. It's like, okay, he's got a robot arm, so what? All that would allow him to do is, like, crush pineapples or walnuts with his arm, and he could do curls, but that wouldn't really... Well, I guess he was also a super soldier, so I guess maybe that's a different thing. But, you know, the robot arm would only give you strength in relation to its pivot points. Oh, the other thing they do in all these superhero movies that is so stupid is it'll be like you'll have let's say this is Star-Lord, right? And Thanos hits him, and then he goes and he hits a wall and he comes back down. So like if something hits you hard enough to make you fly like 20 feet, you're dead. When you hit the wall, you're dead. So you're dead like twice over. So they do like this, you know, protagonist slap, but again, and they're doing it to humans. You wouldn't survive that. There's a guy, he doesn't make videos that often, but Ralph the Movie Maker on YouTube complains about this stuff. He calls it the protagonist throw. And the really good example he gives is, even though the movie is aged really well, Terminator Salvation, there's multiple times in that where the Terminator will grab John Connor and then throw him like 12 feet for no reason, and then walk over to him and pick him up and throw him 12 feet again. And then he compares that to like the first Terminator, where like if the Terminator gets within a foot of you, you're dead. Like, you know, the only reason they do that is because they just want to extend the fight. He calls it the protagonist throw. Okay, yeah, I guess you're right. Star-Lord was part celestial. Oh, Bud's now on the back of my chair. What are you doing up there, Bud? Are you an orange bastard? Do you also hate Star Trek Into Darkness? Oh, yeah, T3 is way better than people give it credit for. I also saw it in the theater. I expected it to suck, but I was pleasantly surprised. It's also short. I love short movies. Actually, I noticed like Superman and Fantastic Four are both only about 2 hours long, which is actually pretty cool. I'm so sick of all these like 2 hour, 40-minute long movies. Yeah, Terminator 3 is like the ballsiest ending ever. It's great. Well, yeah, I mean, it's like, yeah, it's fantasy stuff. Not everything can be like Breaking Bad, where if you get shot twice, they realistically show you doing like 5 months of like shitting in bedpans and having rehab and collecting rocks or geodes or whatever you called it. It always bothered me though. That show was always trying to be super hyper realistic, but then that one part where Ben Burt made the guy write out his tax check. He's like, write a check for $700,000 to the IRS. It's like, no, it's the United States Treasury. Whatever. All right, I'm going to take off then too. Good talking with everyone. Yay, controller. Oh yeah, so yeah, there's this I assume it's probably like VA related. They want to order like a bunch of these, so maybe I'll do like a super marathon some Saturday. I guess keep an eye on the channel page and I'll mention it. But yeah, maybe we could do like a 12-hour marathon of controllers or something. So that could be cool. All right, see y'all next time.